The Great Underwear Escape. Once upon a time, in a quiet neighborhood, something very odd was happening. Every morning, when Max's mom hung the laundry outside to dry, a few pairs of Max's underwear would mysteriously disappear. "Mom! My underwear's missing again!" Max shouted as he rummaged through his empty underwear drawer. His mom scratched her head. "That's strange. They were just here a minute ago. Maybe the wind blew them away?" But Max knew better. This wasn't just a case of runaway underwear. Something weird was going on. Determined to solve the mystery, Max set a trap. The next day, after his mom hung up the laundry, Max tied a string to his favorite pair of superhero underwear and hid behind the bushes, ready to catch the thief. Suddenly, the clothesline wobbled. Max peeked over the bush and gasped. A squirrel, dressed in a tiny cape made from one of his missing pairs of underwear, was sneaking along the line. "Gotcha!" Max jumped out from behind the bush. The squirrel froze, its tiny paw on the superhero undies. It stared at Max for a second, then bolted, underwear and all, into the trees. Max chased the squirrel through the yard, around the tree, and over the fence. But that squirrel was fast. Soon, Max lost sight of it. He panted and looked around. Where could it be? Then, out of the corner of his eye, he spotted something strange. There, high in the tree, was a squirrel nest, made entirely out of underwear. Max climbed up to the treehouse to get a closer look. Sure enough, there were all of his missing underwear, woven into the nest like some sort of strange, undergarment fortress. The squirrel, now lounging in a hammock made of Max's polka dot boxers, looked very pleased with itself. Max crossed his arms. "Why do you need so much of my underwear? Don't you have your own squirrel stuff?" The squirrel chittered, as if trying to explain something, and pointed to a nearby tree branch. There, hanging like a banner, was a squirrel-sized cape made from his superhero undies. Max's eyes widened. "Wait a minute. You're trying to become Squirrelman, aren't you?" The squirrel stood tall, puffed out its chest, and dramatically posed, one tiny fist in the air. Max couldn't help but laugh. Okay. I get it. You needed a cool superhero outfit. But could you at least leave me a few pairs?" The squirrel tilted its head and then, surprisingly, nodded. It scampered over to the nest, pulled out a few pairs of Max's underwear, and handed them over. Then, it gave Max a little salute. Max grinned. "Thanks, Squirrelman. I'll let you keep the cape." From that day on, Max and the squirrel formed an unlikely friendship. Every morning, Max would leave out an old pair of underwear for the squirrel's collection, and in return, the squirrel would help Max find lost things in the yard, like his missing socks, which seemed to be disappearing too. The end.